everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am very happy to be back for a kind of autumn makeup look. I wanted to play with colors for a more sophisticated makeup look, and I wanted to use some copper, some rose gold, some brown, a little bit of purple shades. And to do this makeup look, I am using the Stars in Your Eyes eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's not a sponsored video at all, it's just that I fall in love with this palette and I ordered it online on Charlotte Tilbury website. And it arrived in my place like few days ago, so I had to do a makeup video using this palette that I really love. So first of all, the packaging is very lovely. So the design of the palette is like that. It feels very luxury in a way because it's not a lightweight palette. It feels very strong in your hands. And when you open it, you have 12 lovely eyeshadow in this palette. They also give you this plastic stuff to explain you that you can create 4 different looks using every time 3 eyeshadow. So from a light natural makeup look to a very bold and sophisticated makeup look. I personally mixed all the shades and layered all the shades. I just played with the colors I wanted to play. But you can follow the advice of Charlotte Tilbury if you want to. So in this palette you have some matte shades and some shimmery shades. You have some very intense and pigmented shimmery shades like this one, which is my favorite shimmery shades from this palette. It's a kind of rose gold copper shades. I love it, very intense. And you have also some very interesting eyeshadow like this one, which is a transparent eyeshadow with gold shimmer in it. Gold glitter shimmer in it. So when you swatch it on your skin, you can think that it's not pigmented or intense. But that's not the point of this eyeshadow. This eyeshadow is made to be add and layered on top of other colors or just on top of your skin if you want just a transparent finish with some gold shimmer in it. And this is what I used in my inner corner of this makeup look, and I really love it. So it's a very good eyeshadow to have in those kind of palette, in my opinion. I don't have lots of big eyeshadow palette like this one, but I have to admit that this season there is lots and lots of beautiful eyeshadow palette that I am dreaming of. This is a limited edition, so you can order it on Charlotte Tilbury website. I don't know if there is lots of this palette, so if you like it, just grab it. And if you want to see how I achieved this makeup look using the Stars in Your Eyes eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury, just keep on watching. I start with my Burberry Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. It's a kind of a primer and I love to apply it in the area of my face where I want some glow. So on the top of my cheekbones and in the center of my face, like on my chin and on my nose and on my forehead a little bit. I don't apply it everywhere because I have a combination skin, so I want to be careful with that, but I love a little bit of glow sometimes. Moving to foundation, I am using the Guerlain Lingerie de Peau Aqua Nude foundation. I have the shade 2 that I mixed with the shade 3. I had a sample and I applied it with my small buffing brush from Zoeva. I absolutely love this brush to apply liquid foundation. This foundation is some aqua and pigment basically, so it's a pretty simple formula that I really love for my combination skin. I don't get oily at all during the day with this foundation, and it's still a natural foundation in a way because you can see definitely my skin, so it's not too full coverage foundation, and at the same time it gives me this lovely base and complexion that I want even for a sophisticated makeup look. To conceal my blemishes, I'm using the Laurent Mercier Secret Camouflage in the shade SC3. I apply it with a pencil brush and with a fluffy brush, so both brushes. And I grab some product, I apply it on the blemish, and I blend everything around. I love this concealer, there is no mineral oil in it, it's great to cover acne and blemishes. To conceal my under eyes, I'm using Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. I have the shade Beige. I really love this concealer. I warm the formula on the top of my hand and I apply it with my finger. So I really push the formula on my skin, in my inner corner and a little bit underneath my eyes. For my brows, I'm using Burberry Effortless Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, which is a cool tone brown in a way. I first brush my brows and I will fill the area where I miss some hair very gently with a very light hand. I don't want that we see that I have some texture or some colors on my brows. I want to keep it very natural. To set my brows, I'm using Yves Saint Laurent Couture Brow Mascara. I really love this brow mascara because I love the applicator. Basically, it's a very tiny applicator, so very easy to use. And I only apply some formula on my hairs and not on my skin. So that's why I really love this applicator because it's very easy to grab only your hair brows, basically, and not your skin. So this way it will be very natural. And it helped my brows to stay in place very nicely. And the star of the show, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury Stars in Your Eyes eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love it. And I will start with this white beige shade that I apply just underneath my brows to add some light and luminosity on this area. Moving to the other shade, I'm using this lovely beige apricot shade and I will start to create my color crease with this shade. So it's the lighter shade that I will apply. To apply this shade, I am using the Luxe Petit Crease brush from Zoeva. I love this brush. It's one of my favorite eye brush and even for blemishes. And I will start to build my crease and the colors with this brush very gently. I'm trying to do the same shape on both eyes. Always look into a mirror for that. After, I will mix those two shades, so this apricot and this other brown shade. So I mix them together and I apply them with the same brush into my crease again, and I will blend and blend over and over to make sure everything is well blended. And I love to finish with a clean fluffy brush to make sure I don't have any harsh line on my shape. And to add a little bit of deepness to this look, I will mix those two purpley shades. So one of them is a shimmery shade and the other is matte, and I will add it in the outer corner of my crease, so very gently. And I love the way that this look is moving by layering all those colors together. I really love that. Again with my clean fluffy brush to make sure it's well blended. Moving to the shimmer, I will apply this light shimmery eyeshadow on my lid, but in my inner corner of my lid. And after, I will apply this lovely copper shimmery shade with my finger on the outer corner of my eyelid. When I apply some glitters or some shimmery eyeshadow, I love to apply them with my finger. This way I really push the pigment into my skin, and this is for me the best way to apply glitters and shimmers, but you always do as you want. On my lower lash line, I will apply this lovely gold brown shimmery shade. I wanted more luminosity to this eye look, that's why I did that. And for this especially detailed part, I'm using a detail brush from MAC. This is really the only time I'm using a brush, when it's to apply it on a really precise part of my eyes. After, I will apply this lovely transparent gold shimmer eyeshadow with my small finger in the very inner corner of my eyes, just to add this kind of stars in your eyes mood in my makeup look. I really love that shade. It's very nice and subtle in a way. I will curl my lashes with my eyelash curler from Bobbi Brown, and I will apply some Chanel mascara Le Volume Révolution. I have the shade black. I want very intense black lashes to balance this color makeup look. So that's why I apply it at the very root of my lashes to make sure I push the black and the formula at the root of my lashes. And I will do the same on my lower lash line. I will set my face with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I apply it with my contour brush from Real Techniques in the center of my face, so basically on my T-zone, under my eyes, and where I concealed my face. Moving to color, I will apply my blush color infusion from Laurent Mercier in the shade Ginger. Ginger is a very, very lovely beige nude apricot shade. You can apply it with any kind of makeup. And I really love this shade on this makeup because it's the same kind of beige apricot shade that I was using on my eyes, so it complements, in my opinion, well this look. And I apply it all over my cheeks. I don't want to do any contour or anything like that. I'm not bronzing my face. I want these fresh cheeks. To add some glow on my face, I'm applying the Laurent Mercier Candle Glow powder in the shade 2. Underneath my eyes, a little bit on my nose and on my cupid's bow. It's a very, very finely milled powder. For my lips, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipsticks in the shade Pillow Talk. So she's well known for her lip cheat lip pencil in Pillow Talk, and everyone wanted a lipsticks to go with it, so she created it, and it's a big win. It's a very, very lovely pink nude shade that you can apply it on an everyday basis. It's not too dry at all. It's a kind of a matte satin finish in a way, very comfortable and very nice to complement any kind of makeup look. And I will define a little bit my lips with my Pillow Talk lip cheat from Charlotte Tilbury, just to make sure I have this nice symmetry on my lips on both sides, as I am looking for, even if it's a nude natural kind of lips. I just want to make sure everything is fine. And this is the final look. So I really loved to play with those colors and those shimmers and with this palette basically. I really, really love it. I love all the colors in this palette, and for sure I will use it a lot this winter. Don't hesitate to let me know what you think about this makeup look or about this palette if you had the chance to put your hand on it. I would love to know your thoughts about this palette. For me, it's a beautiful, beautiful luxury eyeshadow palette. I hope there will be more palettes like that, especially for Christmas time. If you want to treat yourself and get a lovely eyeshadow palette, I think it's a lovely product to have in your makeup bag, if you can, of course. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!